Hello and welcome to today's session. It is day 13 and today we are going to talk about static routing, right? And let's directly jump into the picture and I'm going to uh, share my screen. Good evening, Varun. Good evening. So let me share my screen first. Wait a minute. Okay, so today we are going to talk about these two topics, right? Today our topic will be this only two topic and like it will take 1 hour to complete this. Okay, so let's start with the static routing. Okay, so the first process is like what is routing. Yeah, what is routing? Prakash Kumar, thank you. So Nikhil, hi. Safri, valuable live session, yes, thank you. Bisal, good evening. Brijesh bhai, good evening. McDonald, hi. Yeah, so let me give the definition of of the static route, of the routing. Okay, of the routing. So see, whenever we talk about the definition, okay, keep it simple and keep it short. Okay, so suppose if someone asks you like what is routing, then it will be, if you remember the big long uh, definition, it will be problematic for you to remember. Okay, and whenever you are going to give answer into the interview, if you keep it short and simple, it will be easy to remember and you can give the answer confidently. Okay, so like keep it simple. I keep it simple, like what is the definition of the routing? Establish the route for the data packets. Yeah, it is a simple definition. Okay, so uh, the basic definition is establish the route for the data packets. But how can I define this? Okay, so for that I will explain you all the details about about the static route. Okay, about the routing. Okay, so after 5 or 10 minutes you can understand this statement. When we talk about the routing, okay, we have to talk about the type of routing, and we have two type of routing. The first is static routing and the second is a dynamic routing. Okay, our today's topic is not static, our today's topic is only static routing. We'll talk about dynamic routing later. But suppose if someone asked you what is route or type of routing, your answer would be like there are two type of routing. One is a static and one is a dynamic. Okay, and now if someone asks you like what is the difference between them, so we just need to remember the definition. Okay, so like if we talk about the definition, okay, if you talk about the definition of static routing, it will be manually establish the route for the data packets. Okay, so routing means establish the route for the data packet or define the route for the data packet. And if you talk about the static routing, it is manually establish the route for the data packet. And you all are smart now, so you know that what is the dynamic routing, right? So dynamic routing means automatically establish the route for data packet using routing protocol. Okay, so the first word over here is the automatic establish. Okay, and the second one is if someone asks you like how can you define this automatically, so the answer would be like using the routing protocol. And now what will be the routing protocol, that we will learn when we learn about the dynamic routing, so don't worry about it. Okay, so keep these 3 points in the mind. The first is what is routing, establish the packet, establish the route for the data packet. Okay, there are two type of the routing, one is static, one is dynamic. Static means manually establish the route for the data packet, and dynamic means automatically establish the route for the data packet using routing protocol, right? So uh, yes, Gujarati, 100% Gujarati, Hardik bhai, 100%. Okay, so now let's talk about the another points of routing, like in the static routing, how many type of static routing we have. Okay, so we have four type of static routing. Okay, so we have four type of static routing. The first static routing is standard static route. Now I want to give you the explanation. Okay, I want to give you the explanation what is the static route and how we can do this. Okay, so let's start with the standard static route with the example. So I'm going to open this packet tracer lab. Okay, I have like, I am having this scenario. So this is the lab that we done on Friday, right? I think the last session within this lab. Okay, I just keep it because you can understand the differences and all that. Okay, and when we check this, like if it is configured, okay, the lab is configured. So now if you go to the PC and go to the command prompt, and if you ping this 192.168 uh 20.2, it means I'm going to ping from PC0 to PC2, right? So now IP and all has been configured, so I am able to ping over here. See, Mark Donald, thank you. See, I'm getting the ping over here, right? Mukesh Singh, thank you for sharing. Yeah, it is really good if you are sharing this. Thank you very much. So when you click over here, okay, and if you check here, okay, I'm able to ping this. It means I'm able to ping from 10.2 to 20.2, and we done this lab in the last session. Okay, and if you are new over here, you can check the videos. Okay, like check the videos for day 12, and you will get that how this ping works. Okay, so this was the lab we done on the last session, and today I am having this new lab. Now what is the difference between this lab? Like this is for single location. Yeah, so if you have a 5,000 PC and you want to divide the networks, like if you want to divide your broadcast network, you can use a single router. Okay, divide the two network like 10.0 and 20.0, and you can use this. Okay, but if you have a wide area network, it is like I am having the connectivity from Ahmedabad to Mumbai. I have to use router at each location. Yeah, I have to use router at each location, and today we will talk about this. Okay, so we are going to level 1 up. This is the lab of the yesterday, and this is the lab of today, right? So like I configured IP address and all this over here. Okay, I configured IP address and all this over here. So it is a ready to use lab, but my target is to ping from PC4 to PC6. Okay, so I want to ping from PC4 to PC6. So I'm on PC4 now, command prompt, and I'm going to ping. Okay, if you check IP over here, it will be like 30.2. So my IP is a 10.2, and I'm going to ping 30.2. Okay, so ping 192.168.30.2. Okay, I'm not getting ping, and if you check the reply is reply from 192.168.10.1, destination host unreachable. Okay, so actually I'm not getting ping, and I'm getting the message that reply from 192.168.10.1, that destination host unreachable. Okay, so why I'm getting this message? Let's decode this. Okay, so the first of all, I have to check the connectivity. Okay, so if you check over here in the PC4, the IP address is like 10.2, and the default gateway is 10.1. It means the IP address and the default gateway is a right for PC4. Okay, the IP address of the router will be the default gateway of your computer, right? So here is all correct, there is no problem. Okay, and if you check over here the IP address of the router and all this, to check the IP address and IP address of the router, okay, you have to give the command enable, and then you have to give the command show IP interface brief. So it has a two IP. One is a 10.1. It is IP address of this interface, and the second one is a 2.1. This is IP address of this interface, right? So all correct over here also, but I want to troubleshoot completely. So let me ping router 2. So I am in router 1, which is the Ahmedabad router, and I'm going to ping 192.168.20.2, which is Mumbai router. Okay, so I want to check the connectivity between them. So I'm going to, in the router 1, if I'm pinging router 2, see, I'm getting ping. Yeah, I'm getting ping. It means the connectivity between Ahmedabad and Mumbai router is okay now. Okay, and let me check the connectivity between Mumbai router and this PC. So I'm going to Mumbai router. This is a Mumbai router. It has an IP address like 192.168.30.1. Let me label it. Okay, so it is like 192.168.30.1, and the IP address of this PC is a 30.2. So I'm going to router 2. Okay, and enable. I'm going to ping 192.168.30.2. Okay, and if you check over here, it is okay, like I'm getting ping. Okay, the success rate is 100%. So there is no connectivity issue over here. Like I'm able to ping from PC4 to router 1. I'm able to ping from router 1 to router 2, and I'm able to ping from router 2 to PC6. So the connectivity is no issue over here. So what is the problem? Okay, and if you check into the PC, like if we go to the PC4 again, I'm going to ping from PC4 again. If you check over here, see, okay, 192.168.30.2, and you are getting the message. It is reply from 192.168.10.1 that destination host is unreachable. Okay, so the message is like, see, this PC4 knows that I want to send the data to 30.2, and 30.2 is not in my network, right? So it is sending the data to its default gateway. I already decoded the system into the previous session. So it is giving the data to the 10.1. Now 10.1 is my router. So actually we can say that the PC4 is saying to the router 1, this one, okay, and is saying that, hey, router R1, you are my default gateway, and please send the data to 30.2. Okay, and now this router is saying that, sorry, I'm not able to send it. Yeah, see, if you check message over here, reply from 10.1 means your router is replying back to the PC4 that, see, I'm not able to send your data to the 30.2. So now the question over here is, why R1 is not forwarding the data to the 30.2? What is the problem of R1? Okay, so if you check over here, whenever router needs to send any data, whenever router need to make any forwarding decision, it is always based on routing table. And if you want to check the routing table of R1, like Ahmedabad router, the command would be show IP route. Okay, and if you give the command show IP route, you will get the routing table. Okay, and if you check the routing table of Ahmedabad router, it has two route, 192.168.10.0 and 192.168.20.0. Now the problem over here is, we want to send the data to that particular network which is not available into the Ahmedabad router. Okay, so actually this particular PC, like PC4, is saying to R1, hey PC, hey router, send it to the 30 network, like 30.2. And the problem with this router, okay, router 1, is that there is no any network like 192.168.30.0, and that's why this router is saying no. Okay, so we have to establish route for 30.0 network into the R1 router, or we can say that into the Ahmedabad router, and this process is known as routing. Okay, so now let's check this. See, establish the route for data packet. Now what is this? Yeah, the live example over here is, see, I have a router which is connected with the two network. Okay, 10 and 20. So it has a knowledge of 10 and 20. If you check the routing table, it has a knowledge of 10 and 20 because these two networks are directly connected with the Ahmedabad router. But it has a no knowledge of 30.0 because it is not directly connected with the Ahmedabad router. It is connected with its peer router. We can say that it is connected with the Mumbai router. Okay, so we have to establish the data path for 30.0 into the Ahmedabad router. And if you are doing it manually, it is called static routing. And if you don't want to do it manually, you have to use the routing protocol. And if you are using routing protocol, it is called dynamic routing. Yeah, Mukesh Singh, thank you. So now we are going to configure a static routing over here. Okay, if we configure static routing, we will able to ping from PC4 to Mumbai PC. Okay, and the reason we want to do this, because whenever you configure router knows about directly connected network. Like in the Ahmedabad router, if you check this, it has the knowledge of 10 and 20. And if you check the routing table of Mumbai router, okay, it has a knowledge of so IP route. It's the command. If you check the Mumbai router, it has a knowledge of 20 and 30. Why? Because 20 and 30, it is a directly connected with the Mumbai router. So here we have to add 10 and 20. 10 and 20 is directly connected with R1, and we have to add 30 over here. And if you check here into the R2, it has a two network, okay, like a 20 and 30. So we have to 10 into the R2, right? So this process is called a routing. Okay, we have to establish the data path for 10 and for 30 network into the R1, and we have to establish the data path for 10 into the Mumbai R2. Okay, now maybe you have a question like, so we did this lab, this particular lab, okay, yesterday, and like we don't did anything, like we are able to ping without any routing and all this. Yeah, but this scenario is a different. Okay, if you check out the routing table, like if you check out the routing table of this particular router and give the command like so IP route, here we have only two network like 10 and 20. So here we have only one router, and there is only two network 10 and 20, and both 10 and 20 is directly connected with this particular router. Okay, so this router is aware with both the network like 10 and 20, so we do not need to add any route into this particular router in this scenario. Okay, Nikhil is asking, can we connect a two different location router using this? Not able to understand, Nikhil, your question. Sir, we get connected one branch to another branch without routing after connected from ISP, like connection between Google and YouTube and so on. Kesab, actually we cannot say this. Okay, actually we are talking about the private network. Okay, we are talking about the private network. It means I am having two office. One office is at Ahmedabad and one office is at Mumbai. Okay, and I just got a lease line, or we can say that this is a private connectivity between my Ahmedabad and Mumbai office. Okay, so it is just I can say that it is a connectivity from the service provider. Okay, and I got the connectivity and I just give the IP address. So there is no internet or anything. We are not talking about internet. It is just a private connectivity between two branch offices. Okay, so like your question is, we can talk about this question when we talk about the internet, all this. Okay, so do not like do not set this particular question with this scenario. Okay, so right now we are not talking about internet. It is just a connectivity between two offices, right? And it is a private connectivity, no internet, nothing. Okay, so now we can connect through public IP. Nitish, we can, but it is called a VPN. It is called a VPN. It is called a virtual private network. We will talk about VPN and all this later. Right now, there is no internet. It means there is no public IP, nothing like you can able to connect with your own fake IP and okay or anything, right? Sir, we can connect. Sorry. Yeah, clear. Thank you. Nikhil, sir, can we connect two different location network using this routing protocol? Okay, Nikhil, good question, and let me clarify this. Okay, the first thing is, if you want connectivity, yeah, if you want connectivity, routing protocol is not needed. Yeah, if you want connectivity, like we just established the connectivity, we don't have any routing protocol now, right now, into the Ahmedabad or into the Mumbai, right? We have just a connectivity, like our router PCs are connected with the router. Now R1 is connected with R2, okay, and R2 is connected with the all this PC 6 and 7. So like no routing protocol is needed for the connectivity. Yeah, now the connectivity has been done, it is established, but router don't know that how to route the packet. So we have to establish the route, and to establish the route we have to configure the routing protocol. Okay, so without routing protocol you are able to connect the, you can establish the connectivity. Yeah, but 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 you must know the route if you want to send the data. So for connectivity establishment, routing protocol is not needed, but after establishing the connectivity you have to specify the route, and that you can specify using routing protocol. Okay, so this will be the answer for you, Nikhil. Okay, so now I want to start with the, like I want to define the route manually. Okay, I am going to repeat this process again. The problem here is we are not able to ping from PC4 and from PC4 to PC6 first. Okay, and the problem over here is the connectivity is okay. Like I'm able to ping from PC4 to router, and I'm able to ping from router 1 to router 2, and I'm able to ping from router 1 to this PC6. This is okay. The only problem here is, like I'm not able to ping from PC4 to 6. Okay, and if you check why I'm not able to ping, because the problem over here is in router R1, like we call it Ahmedabad router. And what is the problem? The problem is, if you check the routing table of R1, like Ahmedabad router, there is no any route for the 30.0 network into the routing table of Ahmedabad router. And this is obvious because by default router only knows about its directly connected network. Okay, and if there is a C, it means these two networks are directly connected with your network. Okay, so we have to add the route for 30. And how can we do this? Two option, automatic, manual. Okay, but we will add this. Okay, so how can we add this? So first of all, if you check, we will do this with the static route and with the standard static route. Okay, and 2 points that you need to understand. The first is use case, like how can I use this? Navin Panda, he is asking question. Good evening, good evening. Just need to ask, between Ahmedabad and Mumbai, what will be the actual connectivity between both? Yeah, there are 3 to 4 options available. The first option is known as lease line. Okay, which is, we can say that it is a P2P also. Okay, and it is a traditional lease line. We have to go to the service provider and they will provide us a lease line. We'll talk about it later. The second option is we can go for the MPLS line, and it is really very advanced. So also we will talk about this MPLS line. Okay, and the third option is we can connect through two network using the internet, and this process is called VPN, virtual private network. So there are many options. Okay, so for, like, currently you just have to assume that there is a connectivity between two locations. Yeah, which type of connectivity, how can we do this? That, because now we have too many advanced options, we will talk about the connectivity later, right, Naveen? Is P2P is sufficient for the both location? Maybe it is sufficient because it is a totally depend on the requirement. Yeah, it is a totally depend on the requirement, which type of the connectivity needed. Okay, previously there was a frame relay and all this, but now in the new syllabus there is no frame relay. But we will talk, like we have a special session for the connectivity, we have special session for the cable type, interface type and all this. So we'll talk about this because Currently, you just need to understand how the process works. Like our topic is routing, not the connectivity. Yeah, thank you. So what is the use case? Like why we configure the standard static route? So the use case is route the packet to the multiple destination based on the destination network. Okay, so if you want to route the packet and if you have a multiple location, you have to configure standard static route. I will explain you within a 2 minute. And the second use case is you can configure static route on any routers. Like I can able to configure static route any router. It means like I have two routers, R1 and R2. I'm able to configure in both the routers. Okay, so we'll do it first and then I will explain you this particular line. Now how to do this? Like what is the syntax? So the syntax is you have to give the command IP route, then you have to specify the destination mask, then you have to specify then you have to specify destination network, destination mask, and the next stop IP or exit interface. Yeah, so let's configure the routing and then you are able to understand. Okay, I'm going to open my whiteboard and then you are able to understand it properly. uh Between Mumbai to Ahmedabad connection is private, then how can we receive the email from another company? And what are the use of private line between two branch? I am confused, sir. Please explain for me. Okay. Kesab, uh, let's take a scenario like in India there is a mother dairy. Yeah, you know about the mother dairy. They are supplier of milk, cheese, and all this dairy product. Now this particular company, just like they have a ERP software. Okay, using this ERP, they computerize all its branch and all this the total entire business process of the mother dairy is now computerized. And to make this happen, they have to develop the ERP software. And in this ERP, they have a one server which is in Mumbai, which is a centralized server. Okay, and from this particular centralized server, they are doing business for all the locations. So all the branches are connected with the Mumbai location. Okay, and they don't want to use internet. They just want to run the software which is in server from this branch location. In this particular example, they require the connectivity between branch office and the head office, and at that time they can use this private connectivity. The another example is if you are going to bank, yeah, and if you are depositing any money or if you are withdrawing the money from the ATM, okay, this particular ATM is connected with the Mumbai location, and all the banking system having a server in the Mumbai. Now let's suppose if I'm using my account at Rajkot, right? Rajkot is my city, okay, and I'm going to Rajkot branch and I'm like depositing any money or anything. Okay, this particular server is this particular computer is connected with the Mumbai. Okay, so now how this particular computer of Rajkot is connected with the Mumbai? Okay, they use the private connectivity over here. They are never use internet because for banking they require secure connectivity. Okay, so if you are going to any company, okay, and they have a ERP software, this ERP software always works with the centralized location. So they have a server at the central location, and this central location is connected with all other location, like we can call it a hub and spoke. So this particular location, like they have server in Mumbai, and this server is connected with all the branch office. Now they have two options. Either they can use private connectivity or they can use internet, but many companies are using the private connection. Okay, so we are talking about private connection now, but suppose if we want to connect with the internet, we can use this. Like we can go for the VPN, right? And the second thing is like how can it get email? So see, email connectivity is like internet connectivity. So basically, if the company required to connect internet, they always use local internet connectivity. Yeah, like suppose I have a branch in Mumbai. I have server in Mumbai and branch office is in Ahmedabad, right? So if the Ahmedabad required to connect internet, they will call the local ISP and they will get the connectivity from the local ISP. Okay, because it will be like inexpensive solution for them. They will not bring the internet from Mumbai to Ahmedabad using this private line because it will be expensive for them. Okay, so for email, they have to get the separate connection from the internet service provider. Okay, so maybe like I hope you got the question answer of your question, right? So let me draw the scenario. This is our router. This is R1. This is R2. Here is the switch and here are the computers. Okay, now here is the IP like 192.168.10.0 and it is a 10.2. It is 20.1. It is 20.2. Here is the 30.1 and here is the 30.2. Now, if you check the routing table, okay, this particular router has a two network, like it has two network 10.0 and 20.0. Okay, and this particular router having two network like 192.168, 20.0 and 30.0. Okay, now we are going to configure R1 router. Okay, we are going to configure R1 router. If you check the routing table, it has a two network like 10.0 and 20.0. So we have to add the root for R1. It will be 30.0. So 192.168.30.0 we have to add over here. Okay, and it will be like an entire network. So the subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0. Okay, so we have to add this particular network into the R1. So for R1, the destination network would be 192.168.30.0 and the destination mask would be 255.255.255.0. If you check for the R2, it has a 10, 20 and 30. So we have to add 192.168.10.0 into the routing table of R2 and 255.255.255.0. It is the destination mask, right? So if you check over here, the definition, IP root, okay, it's the command. The destination network, it is a totally based on the router. Okay, so here, if you check for R1, we have to add 30.0 as a destination network into the R2, and into R2, for R1, we have to add 192.168.30.0 as a destination network. And for R2, we have to add 192.168.10.0 as a destination network, right? And the destination mask would be 255.255.255.0. Okay, so this is the destination network, like the network which is not available into the routing table. Okay, like in R1 there is a 10 and 20, so the 30 is not available. So we will add the root for 30.0 into R1 because it has no knowledge of 30, and for R2 we will add the root for 10.0 because R2 don't having a knowledge of 10.0, right? Now we can define two way. Okay, if we can define two way, the first is next hop IP or exit interface. Okay, next hop IP and exit interface. Okay, either you can like it is up to you. You can go for the next hop IP or you can go for the exit interface. So suppose if we talk about connectivity, it has a fast Ethernet 0/1, and same network over here, it is a fast Ethernet 0/1. So for R1, like suppose if R1 to forward the data to 30, okay, the next top IP would be the IP address of R2, and it is a 20.2. So for R2, sorry, for R1, next top IP would be 192.168.20.2. For R1, next top IP would be 192.168.20.2. It is the IP address of the neighbor router. Okay. And for R2, we have to add 10.0. And for 10.0, the next top IP would be 192.168.20.1. Okay. This will be the next top IP. Now, if we are talking about exit interface, okay, now we talk about the exit interface. For R1, the exit interface would be this fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay, and when we talk about the exit interface, it means the interface which is connected with you, yeah, with the router itself, not the connect interface of the neighbor router. Okay, not the neighbor. Like if I will add over here is like a, see, the problem over here is like both are fast Ethernet 0/1. So if suppose I am specifying the fast Ethernet 0/1, it would be considered as a exit interface of R1, not this one. Okay, so like let me give the command and then you will able to understand this. Okay, so I'm going to R1 router, enable config T. The command is IP root. Check the mind map. The command is IP root, then the destination network. Okay, if you check the destination network, it will be 192.168.30.0, 192.168.30.0, and the destination mask 255.255.255.0. And then I can specify either destination next stop IP or exit interface. Okay, now like I am going to add this 192.168.20.2. This is IP address of my neighbor router. Okay, either I can write this or I can write this like fast Ethernet 0/1. But now suppose if I'm writing fast Ethernet 0/1 over here, it means you are adding the path of your router's interface. Okay, so suppose like if you have connectivity with this particular router is like, for assume, like let's assume that it is a connectivity like fast Ethernet 0/10. So you have to write fast Ethernet 0/10, not the fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay, so when we talk about the exit interface, it will be your interface. Fast Ethernet 0/10 would be there. Okay, and when we talk about the next stop IP, it will be 20.2, the IP address of the neighbor. But right now we have same exit interface, so like we have to write this fast Ethernet 0/1. Right, I'm not going to use this fast Ethernet 0/1. I'm going to use the next stop IP. So if you go to PC1 and I'm going to write this 192.168.20.2. Okay, now my question, just understand my question and then give me answer. Yeah, just understand my question and give me answer. What would happen suppose if I will write over here is a 1? Like if I will write over here is like IP root 192.168.30.1, 255.255.255.0, 192.168.20.2. If I will write like this, what would happen? Can you answer this? Bisal, you can able to watch recorded session, no problem. Yeah, if I will write like 30.1, 255.255.0 and then 20.2, what would happen? Yeah, waiting for your answer, guys. And I want to tell you one thing, not working pinging. 30.1 can communicate. Okay, good. Like this Sunday, I'm going to invite you for the Zoom session. Okay, and it will be like a gaming system, like we will play game. Okay, you have to watch all the videos, like from 1 to like 15. Okay, and then we will play the game. Okay, this Sunday at 2 or 2 o'clock maybe. So just schedule this on your calendar. Okay, and we will play the game. After playing the game, you are able to understand all the process, like what we learned until now. You will get the question about all this, and it will be like game. It will be like a competition. Okay, and if you want to play this game with me, I will schedule it on the Sunday at maybe 2 p.m. Okay, so just keep this in mind. You will get a Zoom link tomorrow. Okay, and the big advantage is, yeah, if you are able to win this game, like there will be the competition, and the first one, like who will win this game, will get one gift from me, and it is really worthy gift, like not like I just not will not give you anything uh like uh it will be useful gift for you. Yeah, not the physical, but you will get this. Okay, so we'll schedule it. Yeah, we'll talk about the timing. Sunday we have work. Yeah, if you have, we don't have any option because uh, we have to schedule according to the, like, it is a Sunday, it is a free day for everyone. So we have to set the schedule according to the maximum people. Yeah. Okay, so now if I will write 30.1 255.255.0 192.168.20.2, okay, my router will send the data for 30.1 only. If there will be the data for 30.2, it will say like, I don't know about 30.2. I can able to forward the 30.1 because admin only established the route for 30.1. Yeah. If suppose I will write over here is the 30.2, so your router will forward for the 30.2. It has no idea about 30.1 or anything. Yeah. But if you write like 30.0, it will be known as the first network address, and the meaning of this particular route is like 30.0 to 255. It means you are telling to R1 that, hey AMD, if you want to send the data from 30.1 to 30.254, give it to the 20.2. Yeah, give it to the 20.2. So if you specify particular IP over here, it will forward for that particular IP only. But if you specify network over here, it will be like for 30.0 to 30.255. Okay, so I'm going to add this. Okay, the route has been added, and if you want to check this, you have to go to the privilege mode. Okay, like Control Z, or you can control exit and go to the command like show IP route. Yeah, 192.168.30.0. This router will give it to the 20.2, and here you will get S symbol. S means static. Okay, 8 means static. A question please. The subnet is 255.255.0. Yes, it is a class C, and we are using default subnet. There is no any subnetting, so the subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0. Okay, and the another point that I have to tell you, see, if you are over here, yeah, if you are over here in the configuration mode, you are in the global configuration mode. Okay, and if you give the command like show IP route, it won't work. See, it is not working because the show command only works with the privilege mode. But if you don't want to exit from the global configuration mode, and then you have to, to give the command, you have to again enter to the global configuration mode. So if you don't want to switch between the two modes, you can use do command, like just use do show IP route over here, and you are able to run the show command with the prefix do. Okay, so just write do. Yeah, Abdullah, it is right, do show IP route. Okay, now route has been added, but this is a one way, like you cannot use a one way process. Okay, R1 knows about 30, but R2 don't know about 10, so it won't work. Okay, let me check this. See, going to PC0. Okay, and again I'm going to ping this. See, I have to ping 30.2, right? Okay, I'm in PC0. I have to go to the PC4. Yeah, this is my PC. Okay, so let me ping. Okay, it is not working because it is not finished yet. Okay, we have to add the root in the both direction. Okay, so like R1 knows about 30 now, but R2 don't know about 10. So I'm going to R2. Okay, and here I have to add the command like enable IP root 192.168.30.0, sorry 10.0, right? Because for R2 it is the destination network, this is the destination network, and here 255.255.255.0, and the next hop IP would be 20.1. Okay, so I'm going to add this. It is done. Now let me ping. Okay, go to the R, let's check the routing table first. I'm going to R2, and if you check over here, so IP root. Okay, so now it is completed. We have 10, 20, 30 in R1 and R2 both, and now we are able to ping. Okay, so let me go to the PC4 and let me ping again. See, we are getting the ping. Okay, Naren, thank you. We are getting ping now. It is done. Okay, so it is known as a static routing, but this is a really very simple scenario, and I want to add something extra. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to add the third location. Okay, so this is our third location, like Mumbai, and it is connected with the, like, let's talk about the third location. Okay, this is, yeah, this is, we call, yeah, Hyderabad. Okay, so this is Hyderabad, and we are going to add this new location. Okay, we have two routers connected, everything is okay, and everything is done. Okay, now we are going to add this Hyderabad location again. Okay, so to add this, we have to add the new router. So I'm going to add the router. We are using this particular 1841, so I'm going to add this router. Okay, I'm going to add the connectivity of this router with the switch. So it is a fast Ethernet 0/0, and it is connected with the switch. Okay, now let me give the IP address over here. Going to CLI, no, and the IP address would be like, see, this is 10, 20, 30, so 40.1 and 50.1. Okay, so I'm going to connect with the Ethernet first. So I'm going to give the fast Ethernet IP. It will be like router 3. Okay, give me name, like if you want to give the name, it will be like host name HYD. Okay, interface fast Ethernet 0/0 and IP 192.168.50.1 255.255.255.0 and no SUT. Yeah, the IP has been configured for fast Ethernet 0/0. Let me give the IP address to PC desktop IP configuration. It would be 192.168.50.2. Okay, and 192.168.50.1 would be the default gateway, right? And here we have to add like 50.3. 192.168.50.3 and 192.168.50.1. Okay, so now we have to establish the connectivity between Mumbai and Hyderabad. Okay, and now let's understand this. See what the problem we have to face when we are doing the lab without planning, that I want to explain you. Okay, now I'm going to connect Mumbai with Hyderabad. Okay, check this, what happened. See, this is the crossover cable that we need to use. Okay, and if I will click over here, I will not get the interface, because by default in our router there is a 2 fast Ethernet interface, and we use both for this Mumbai. Like it is connected with the fast Ethernet 0/0, and this is a fast Ethernet 0/0 and 0/1. So we don't have interface free for this particular connectivity. Like there is no free port into the Mumbai router for Mumbai to Hyderabad connectivity. Yeah. Sir, connected IP with the Mumbai to Ahmedabad is a public IP and provided by ISP, isn't it? No, it is not. Okay, we are talking about private line, and don't consider public IP or anything. It is a pure fake IP. Yeah, we are not connected with the internet at all, and that's why we can use fake IP. It is a private connectivity, so no live IP is required. This is the answer for your question. Yeah. Okay, so I have to add this, like I have to add the interface into the router. Okay, so how can I do this? First of all, I want to save the configuration, because if I want to add the interface, I have to power off my router. Okay, so I'm going to give the command like copy running config. Okay, so this is the command that you have to use if you want to save the configuration of your router, because I have to restart my router because I need to add the interface. You cannot add the interface into the power on router. Okay, so I want to shut down, and if you want to shut down it, you have to save the configuration. So to save the configuration, this is the command copy run start. We will talk about this, how router backup, everything, how to back up the router and all this. So don't worry about it, but just I want to give you a brief. So I will repeat it 5 to 7 times when we learn about this particular topic, so you are able to understand it easy when we learn it. Okay. Okay. So now the configuration has been saved. I have to power up. Why? Because I want to add some interface. If you go to the physical, see here we have this interface, and if I'm going to add this, I can't do this. See, because you cannot do this when the router is powered on. You cannot do this. Okay, so I have to power off my router. Okay, so before you power off, just check that it has all the necessary configuration has been saved. So here we have the interface. Okay, I will explain you about the interface, but here we have this one Ethernet connectivity. See, if you check over here, it is Ethernet, and we just talk about Ethernet. Yeah, so let me add this. Yeah, it has been added, and now I'm going to power on my router again. Okay, now I'm going to connect this. If you check, see here we have Ethernet 0/0/0. This is the new one. And how it has happened, like how the number is Ethernet 0/0. We'll talk about it. Don't worry. Okay. So I'm going to connect Ethernet 0/0/0 with the fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay. And now my router is started again. I'm going to CLI. Okay. And I want to check that my configuration is there. The Mumbai is the name. And so IP interface brief. See, IP and everything is there because I saved my configuration and then restarted my router. If you just restart your router without configuration, you will lose the configuration. And to save the configuration, I'm going to repeat this again. The command is copy running configuration to the startup configuration. We will talk about it later. I just want to inform you. That's why I told you about this. Okay. Now I have to configure the IP address. So I have to go to the interface for Ethernet 0/0/0 IP address 192.168.40.1.255.255.255.0 and then no shut. Okay, Ethernet 0/0 of Mumbai 0/0/0 has been configured with IP address. Now going to Hyderabad. Okay, it has Ethernet, fast Ethernet 0/1, IP address 192.168.40.2.255.255.255.0 and then no shut. Check this. Here is the green line. Okay, it is done. And now let's check the connectivity. Okay, so from Mumbai, I will ping 192 192.168.40.2. This is IP address of Hyderabad, right? Yeah, it is successful. So now I'm having the third router. This is the new member in our family. Yeah. And now my requirement is from PC4, I want to ping 192.168.50.2. Okay. And I'm getting this message again, reply from 192.168.10.1, destination host unreachable. And why it is unreachable? Because if you check the routing table of Ahmedabad router, and if you check over here, it has a knowledge of 10 and 20 because it is directly connected with it. It has a no knowledge of 40 and 50. And because it has a no knowledge of 40 and 50, I'm not able to ping, right? So now I have to add 40 and 50 into the Ahmedabad, okay? And it will be the destination network, like 40 and 50 will be the destination network for Ahmedabad router. And can you give me the command, like can you write down the command, what will be the command that I have to add into the Ahmedabad router? Yeah, what about WR mean? Abdullah, if you want to save the configuration, you can use two commands. You can use copy run start. This is the command that you can use. And the other command is a shortcut. The name is a write memory. So you just write like WR, it will save the configuration of the router. It is the same, like you can use copy run start or you can use WR, same meaning. Okay. Yeah. So I want to add the route for 40 and 50 into the Ahmedabad router. See, this is the problem with the static route. Yeah, you have to add the route. If you add the new member, you have to add the route for them. But if you are using dynamic routing, like it will be happen automatically. We will talk about this when we talk about the dynamic routing. So don't worry. Okay. So like, yeah, how can I add this? Anyone? Jai Goswami. Thank you. Anyone? I'm feeling like I'm disconnected. I'm not getting any reply. Yeah, Neeraj, IP route 40.0, 192.168.40. Okay, and what will be the next top IP? Naveen Panda, 192.168.40.0, 255.255.0, 192.168.20.2, and IP route 192.168.50.0, 255.255.0, 192.168.20.2. Absolutely correct. Okay, so here I'm going to add this IP route 192.168 40.0, 255, 255, 2550, and 192.168.20.2. Keep this in mind whenever you are adding the root. Okay, whenever you are adding the root, you have to add only next hop IP. Okay, and if you check over here, the next stop is a 20.2. So whatever you are adding the route for anything, you have to add a next stop IP, and this will be the 20.2. Like if you have a network like this, okay, R3, and it has IP 40.1 and 40.2, no need to add 40.2 because for R1, the next stop is only one, and it is a 20.2. Yeah, and it is a 20.2. Okay, so we have to add a route, like whatever you add the route into R1, the next stop IP will be same, and it will be 20.2. Okay, so it is like, wait a minute. Okay, and same way I'm going to add the route for fast Ethernet 0/0, like 50.0, and the next stop IP will be same, because see, for R1 everything is 20.2 is everything, like next stop IP is only one, and it is a 20.2. So done. AMD is now okay. And if you check so IP route, okay, this particular AMD router having the route for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like all the routes are there into the routing table of Ahmedabad. Yeah, you can mark, you can use this fast Ethernet 0/1, but don't do this. I will explain you this. always use next hop IP. Okay, next hop IP would be better. Done. So now it is done. Now I have to go to the next router, and this router is Mumbai router, yeah, and the Mumbai router is a middle one. And if you check the routing table, so IP root of the Mumbai router, it has a knowledge of 10, 20, 30, and 40. We do not need to add 40 over here because this Mumbai router is in the middle, and it has a connectivity with the Ahmedabad and Hyderabad as well. So out of 5, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, out of 5, 3 networks 20, 30, 40 are connected with Mumbai, and 10 is already added, so we have to add only 50. Yeah, we have to add only 50. Okay, so what will be the command for Mumbai router? How can I add 50? Tell me, for Mumbai router, how can I add 50? Yeah, we are running out of time, but give me 5 minutes to complete this lab. It will, like, we will finish within a 5 minutes. Yeah, so what will be the command into the Mumbai router? Neeraj is telling that 192.168.50.0, 255.2550, 192.168.20.1. Okay, okay, let me write this command. IP root 192.168.50.0, 255.255.250, 192.168.20.1. Yeah. Okay, Naveen is saying 192.168.50.0, 255.255.250, and 40.2. Okay, Naveen is saying 40.2. So we have race over here. The one person is saying 20.1 and the another person is saying 40.2. Yeah, Naveen is saying 40.2 and Neeraj is saying 20.1. Okay, so now if you are not able to answer, just tell me, just who is the winner over here? Who is the winner? Like Neeraj and Naveen. Okay, Naveen is saying 40.2 and Neeraj is saying 20.1. So if you are agree with the Neeraj, write Neeraj into the comment, and if you are agree with the Naveen, write Naveen into the comment. Yeah, Nitish is, I think, agree with the Naveen. Okay, Nitish is agree with Naveen. Okay, I'm going to explain you again. You have to add the route for Mumbai. Okay, Varun is writing 20.1. Okay, Suleiman is also 20.1. Mark is saying 40.2. So like 50-50%. There is a competition between these two. Yeah, Naveen. Okay, Abdullah is saying Naveen is right. Okay, anyone with Neeraj? Yeah, Suleiman is with Neeraj. Yeah, okay. See, if you are not able to answer this, yeah, you can just give your opinion. Okay, so both add. Okay, and Nitish, you are like a politician. Yeah, you are saying add both. Yeah, okay. So, okay, let me explain you. See, this is our network, and here we have 50. Yeah, here we have 50. Okay, here we have 50. And like you have a car. Okay, you have a car and you are going, your destination is 50. Yeah, your destination is 50. So you just started to drive your car, you are on the way, and you are on the R2. Now you have two paths. Okay, this is one is, you can go from this way, you can go from this way, and like you want to go to the 50, which way you will go? Which path you will decide? Like if you are in a car, you are on R2, okay, and you have two paths, like you can go from this and you can go from this way, and your destination is 50. So from which path you will go? And you are confused. Yeah, here is the 40.2. I'm sorry, Neeraj, I'm sorry, here is the 40.2. Sorry, if you are considering this, here's the 40.2. So which path you will decide? Yeah, if you are over here and if you want to go over here, okay, you have to go through this path, right? Because the 50 is here, and if you want to go through this path, the next hop IP will be 40.2, It was my printing mistake. So like I wrote this 20.2 over here. So this was the mistake. But you have to write 40.2. 40.2. Nikhil 40.2. Mark, don't consider next hop. Yeah, it is right. You can use Ethernet 0/0/0. You are absolutely right. Yeah. And I am saying 40.2. How many are agree with me for 40.2? How many of you are agree with me for 40.2? No Nikhil, no 40.1, no Varun, no 40.1. Because 40.1 is directly connected with me. Yeah, you have to use next hop IP. You have to use next hop IP. So for R1, R3's IP will be the next hop. Yeah, Nikhil, Varun. Okay, do not use 40.1. 40.1 is my own IP and my router will not accept this. Okay, let me try this. See, I'm going to Mumbai router. Okay, and if I will add over here, like if I will add over here like 40.1, okay, my router will not accept this invalid next hop IP. It's this router, like this is your own router. Okay, so we have to add 40.2 over here. And if you think about this, like if you are thinking like this scenario, we can say that R1 having only one next hop, R1 having only one next hop, it is a 20.2. But R2 having a two next hop, it can go through this, like it can go through 20.1 and it can go through 40.2. Yeah. And then in this particular scenario, you have to define this. Like if you want to give for 10, 20.1 would be better. For 10, 20.1 would be better. For 50, okay, for 50, 40.2 would be better. Yeah, understood this? So the next hop IP would be 40.2. 40.2. Are you agree with me? 40.2. Just type agree. If you have any question, just ask me. Like it is at 21:38, like we are running 8 minutes late. But just if you have any problem, just question me. Otherwise say okay, yeah, agree, so I can go ahead. Yeah, waiting for your reply. If you are agree, like 40.2 will be the next hop IP for R2. Got it. Yeah, got it. Neeraj, actually, it was the IP address mistake from my side also. So, yeah, if you have got it, then okay. Anyone? Bharat Parmar likes your live video. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you. Yes, okay, okay. So, agree. Okay, okay. Abdullah, got it. Good, good. Rajkumar 40.2, got it. Yes, thank you. Okay, you done it, right? So, you understand this. And if you don't understand, just comment. Yeah, otherwise I am going for the next. Okay for me. Okay, thank you, Mark. And if you are using this next stop like fast, if you can use fast Ethernet 0/0, then it is also okay. Yeah, Mark, you can use this exit interface also. So you are also right in this matter. It is clear. Good, it is clear. Okay, so now I'm going to add this 40.2 and let me go to this router again. It is Ahmedabad and it is Mumbai. Yeah, added. And if you check the routing table of Mumbai, so IP route, it has all like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And for 10, it will forward it to the 20.1. And for 50, it will forward it to the 40.2. Okay. And now we have to add the route for Hyderabad also. Okay. Hyderabad also. So I'm going to add route for the Hyderabad. So it will be R3. No. Enable. And so IP route. It has a 40 and 50. It has a 40 and 50, right? So I have to add the route for 10, 20, 30 over here in the Hyderabad router and just comment it. Just comment it. What will be the next stop IP for Hyderabad? What will be the next stop IP for Hyderabad? Okay, what will be the next stop IP for Hyderabad? You have to give me answer. Yeah, we are running out of time. Okay, quickly give me answer. What will be the next stop IP for Hyderabad? Yamit, thank you. Amit, thank you. It is like good that we are able to, yeah, we are able to set the interactive session when we are learning on the Facebook live. It is really very difficult than the Zoom. 30.1, Rajkumar, you are still confused with this. See, 30.1 is not the IP address of the fast Ethernet 0/0. Here is the IP 40.1. Okay. See, don't be confused. Like, okay, let me clear this. Let me clear this. This 30.1 is the IP address of this particular interface, and this 40.1 is the IP address of the connectivity between R2 and R3. Yeah. Maybe you are confused with this IP address. Okay. 40.1. Okay, so you all are right. I'm going to add this route. Okay, I'm in the Hyderabad and there is only one next stop, so I have to add route like 192.168.10.0.255.255.255.0, and it will be like 192.168.40.1. Okay, and I have to add 20 also, and have to add 30 also. Okay, and if you check the routing table of Hyderabad, so IP route, it has 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and now it is done. Okay, so let me ping from PC4. From PC4, I'm going to ping 50.2 again. See, I'm getting ping now. Okay, so it is done. It is done, and we will talk about all this detail tomorrow. We'll talk about like what is this 1.0, what will be all this. Okay, we'll talk about this tomorrow. And let me open my mind map. Okay, now you can able to understand that route the packet. Okay, route the packet to multiple destination based on the destination network. Okay, so if you check over here, like if you check over here, this particular router, I'm talking about Mumbai. Okay, in Mumbai we have added two route. For 10, the next stop IP is a 20.1. So based on the destination, like the destination is 10.0, if the destination is 10.0, pass it to the 20.1. And if the destination is 50.0, pass it to the 40.2. Okay, so if you decode this particular line, route the packet to multiple destination like R1, sorry, Mumbai router has a two location. One is a Mumbai and one is Ahmedabad. So it is routing the packet based on the destination network. And here this case of the static route, we can done it. Okay, we done it. And you can configure static route in any router. So we configured the static routing in all three routers. Okay, so this is done for today. Tomorrow we will talk about the second point, and this second point is known as the default static route. Okay, we will use same lab. Okay, I will remove the routing and we will add the new routing option tomorrow, and it is called default static route. Okay, I'm going to set one website, and using you website you are able to download all the mind maps, all the labs and everything. But it is on setup. I was super busy yesterday, so you will get the link for download mind map and everything within a 1 or 2 days. Yeah, you will get all the materials which I am having. Okay, so thank you for today, and if you really like today's session, just comment it. And if you can, please share this. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'm going to complete today's session. Thank you.